So I'm going to introduce Ian Fitzgerald to you now. So give him some love.
Yeah.
On came the thunder, but there wasn't any storm. Just the weather from a summer afternoon that grew too warm. The boats are in the harbor, piled up like firewood. The sirens could sound any second, but it wouldn't do no good. Turn up the radio, someone's about to speak. Leave your sister in the kitchen, 'cause her wits are getting weak. The exit is the easy part, if we were so inclined. The cobblestones could cut you, 'cause the paths are well defined. But if your soul needs saving, should have thought of that before. There are bulbs burned out and broken on the cross above the door. Silence is the only thing around here that seems strange. Something tells me that's about to change. Moving shadows in the dead still afternoon, haven't found the clues or facts to prove positions they've assumed. When the night's a fact of life, we all get off to brave starts. We can each keep watch, a spell then switch, but every shift's the graveyard. For your sake I pray the weight on which your hope is hung is stronger than the silver I could shovel from your tongue. But if it's not, yours wouldn't be the first to fall to pieces. Let's leave it in the parking lot and hope that no one sees us. Your pleasure's proof of nothing except how well the wheels are greased. Not even if you buried me would I get any peace. You stared down every barrel like it was miles out of range. Something tells me that's about to change. Some folks seek direction, some seek to calm their doubts. I seek the shortest path from where I'm at to the easy way out. But if you're waiting for deliverance, you should pray to postal clerks. You can call this field your prairie home, but it still needs to be worked. But you'll place any bid on which you're offered even odds. On second glance, this game of chance is a game of sabotage. Wolves are scratching at the back door, they're letting in the cold. Those clay dice came up snake eyes, but nobody even rolled. If we make it out of this with anything intact, I'll take you from your homeland and I'll never take you back. Your Alabama wildflowers whispering my name, and it would be a change of pace for things to stay the same. Your mother's every answer is to double up the dose. Your daddy sends you birthday greetings wishing he was comatose. As if I had any idea, you say I'd know more than most. Your blood is still thicker than water, but it's getting pretty close. So you ran off to the one place where they won't care how you feel, where the crosses that they nailed to are made of stainless steel. But the hills are hard to come by, everybody knows the deal. like you knew what you were doing when you sent me for Camille. I saw accidents and signs only a fool would dare ignore. I stared at strangers in whose faces I saw glimmerings of yours. How can I get what I want if what I always want is more? Why is it that the more I get, the less you can endure? When your letter came this afternoon, I recognized the seal, which made me think it must have secrets you decided to reveal. Well, I never felt compelled to honor your final appeal. All it said's, whatever you do, please don't show this to Camille. On your dresser was a broken clock, a cigarette, your keys, a coiled snake ring that your daddy stole when he served overseas, and a picture in a thrift shop frame somebody took of me. When they knew I wasn't looking, at the thought I'd never seen. Tell me what I wanna hear, I don't expect it to be real. If you cared for me, it wouldn't be so hard to help me heal. But words can't cure what you believe, would best be kept concealed. So if I don't hear it from you, I'll just hear it from Camille. Thank you. Thanks. China Lee Chase had that look on her face, you could see it from several rooms over. Her sense of decorum had succumbed to her boredom. She traded favors like a bankrupt pawnbroker. Left to its devices, trouble she had invited, it made itself feel right at home. And I'm the third wheel, but we both know the deal, that we never leave trouble alone. The minormost change can make bedfellows strange. The balance is constantly swayed. China Lee made her choice based on my tone of voice, without listening to what I was saying. The look on her face could have blackened the lace ornamenting the dress she was wearing, like it pulled us apart and dulled 10 o'clock sharp. So I don't know how long I was staring. There's a hole in the center, a door to be entered, a drain to be circled around. There's a gap in the signal, something missing in the middle. It's the detail that the devil found. China Lee checked the time, whispered, "Would you mind?" and then crept up the stairs to her quarters. And with no invitation, I wondered while waiting if my good sense could ever afford her. When I reached her room, like a body exhumed, she lied perfectly still, but still perfect. The mirrors and smoke did the trick when she wrote, with a sapphire hanging from her neck. There's a hole in the center, a door to be entered, a drain to be circled around. There's a gap in the signal, something missing in the middle. It's the detail that the devil found. All a man can deliver, with a narrow list quiver and a parting shot, dry fire voice. are a few final words. If they're the first that you've heard, then you're probably missing the point. Every last hunter, everyone who would want her, has dreamed of the kill or the capture. But there's already a trap past the edge of the map. China Lee left the room, I just sat there. There's a hole in the center, a door to be entered, a drain to be circled around. There's a gap in the signal, something missing in the middle. It's the detail that the devil found. There's a hole in the center, a door to be entered, a drain to be circled around. There's a gap in the signal, something missing in the middle. It's the detail that the devil found. Thank you. Thanks very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight, opening for Ron and Joe and Don. Thanks very much, guys, for having me. Appreciate it. And thanks to Eric as well for the invitation to play. I've made 2 records at Dirt Floor Studio, and neither record was recorded at the same place, and neither one was recorded here. Someday you'll look back and see my face in photographs, and you'll wonder who I was and where I went. The past is no better than a dream, and in the God Almighty scheme, minutes last no longer 'cause they're more well spent. So hang around the station if you want to test your patience. I'll be the one who looks the other way, and you'll wrap your arms around me 'cause you're so glad that you found me, and 'cause you can't think of anything to say. Oh, you find ladies near forgotten, come find out what I recall. Let them stand me up in my grave. Some folks I know have never stood so tall. And you better fill your threats with something I won't soon forget, or leave them empty. Either way is fine with me. You're the one who has to answer for the lack of what you stand for, though I'm sure you'll make up something to believe. You bet it's brutal business when you're begging for forgiveness, but you don't know what you need forgiveness for. You say anything it seems, deny your love, interpret dreams, and with each word bind yourself to beg for more. Oh, you find ladies near forgotten, come find out what I recall. Let them stand me up in my grave. Some folks I know have never stood so tall. So explain to me what happens when the storm but you're still stuck in the first port that you found. What's the worst eternity? To have been buried by the sea, or to have pledged your heart to whoever's around. If you think you get off easy 'cause you tell me you don't need me, then you must believe the rain will keep you dry. You reach for me, I won't be there. Want me to speak, I'd rather stare into the frosted glass 4 a.m. summer sky. Oh, you fine ladies near forgotten, come find out what I recall. But them stand me up in my grave. Some folks I know has never stood so tall. Hey. Thanks very much. Oh, incidentally, none of these songs are on either of the records that I've named. When the casket started closing, the widow took to wailing. You couldn't have consoled her if you tried. That much must have seemed apparent. No one made a single motion. They just closed their eyes like they're the ones who died. But I kept my eyes open and fixed upon the widow, though I hadn't any comfort left to spare. Before I left, I wished her well, although I didn't tell her. All but wishing's just one step away from prayer. And all that's left is the morning. It'll wind its way here with or without warning. All that's left is the morning, then he's gone. In the parking lot, familiar faces lit by cigarettes appeared to have been losing fights with time. I'd seen those faces laughing in the countless photographs, but nowhere among the frames did I find mine. So I smiled vacantly, just like they smiled back at me, and I waved in hope that that would be enough. And if they recognized me, they sure knew how to hide it. But I'm not here to call nobody's bluff. And all that's left is the morning. It'll wind its way here with or without warning. All that's left is the morning, then he is gone. I wouldn't make it back the next day to find out who'd buried the pall. I wouldn't have to see the hole someone had dug. I wouldn't have to watch the flowers backing out of their arrangements, or the widow's pale face looking slightly drugged. And nobody would notice I was missing from the gallery. No one anticipates that I'll attend. I've done away with expectations, and I've washed my hands of anyone who dares to demand better from their friends. And all that's left is the morning. It'll wind its way here with or without warning. All that's left is the morning, then he's gone. All that's left is the morning, then he's Thanks very much. Anybody know what time I started? I'll take that as a no. This is on Eric Lichter's favorite record of all time. Fences that you mended, that you meant to keep me out with, aren't the pins that you were holding me in. I was just as empty when your shoulder bent your est, as if I should have seen it coming. Where have we been? The lines I walked are dead, but they've been propped up till I cross them. I've been lost on just so many different paths. You sent word from Leroy Street to Derby's funeral's face down and kicking at the hardwood from your hip back. Someone drive this pavement while my name is still here. The street feels like it's shifting, I don't want to disappear. I can't tell you, honey, where I'll be in a year. Here's something to remember me by. Her lidless eyes, the sun to blast her down, the dusk approaching, but the darkest star succeeds the brightest day. The starry night is muted by the city screaming streetlights, while the wheat fields wave a million miles away. Though I never dance, my footprints span the sands like evidence. Heavy hangs the moonlight bearing down her name engraved on my hands. Palms I reached her to embrace her till I heard the voices singing from the ground. Someone drive this pavement while my name is still here. The street feels like it's shifting, I don't want to disappear. I can't tell you, honey, where I'll be in a year. Here's something to remember me by. Well, the carousel keeps spinning through its brass-ring circled searchlights and stowaways and gilded carriage ride. I've seen too many rivers to believe this one won't flood. This mountain is too muddy not to slide. The scars that you left on my chest when you lifted your head from its rest haven't faded. Your bottle was broken, it cut fog and floated. The message was wet, but it made it. Someone drive this pavement while my name is still here. The street feels like it's shifting, I don't want to disappear. I can't tell you, honey, where I'll be in a year. Here's something to remember me by. Someone drive this pavement while my name is still here. The street feels like it's shifting, I don't want to disappear. I can't tell you, honey, where I'll be in a year. Here's something to remember me by. Here's something to remember me by. Here's something to remember me. Who'd want to remember me? Here's something to remember me by. Thank you. I was a mole in the ground. Yes, I wish I was a mole in the ground. 'Cause a mole in the ground could root that mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground. And Tempe owns a $9 shawl. Tempe owns a $9 shawl. When I come o'er the hill with my $40 bill, it's baby, where you been so long? I've been in the bin so long. Yes, I've been in the bin so long. I've been in the bin with the rough and rowdy men. Hey baby, where you been so long? Well, I don't like a railroad man. No, I don't like a railroad man, 'cause a railroad man will kill you when he can and drink up your blood like wine. And I wish I was a lizard in the spring. Yes, I wish I was a lizard in your spring, 'cause a lizard in your spring could hear my darling sing. I wish I was a lizard in the spring. In Tempe, let your hair roll down. Tempe, let your hair roll down. Let your hair roll down and your bangs curl around. Tempe, let your hair roll down. And I wish I was a mole in the grass. Yes, I wish I was a mole in the ground, 'cause a mole in the ground that'll root that mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground. Play one more for you. Thanks again for coming out, and you're gonna enjoy the rest of the show. I know I will. Thanks, Ron and Dom. Thanks very much. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Eric. In the dim light of day, when the whole room turns gray, in the afternoons heavy with pale heat, she turns the clock on its side, so the 6 is a 9, and it's a matter of time till she fails me. She lifts up her head from the blanketless bed, says, I hope you know what a pal you've been. Like love was a handshake, her worst mistake, and she wished she'd never left Galveston. You can wait and wonder why we don't get a second try. Well, I've been going back again, but I ain't been to Galveston. Sweep at the dust I've allowed to build up with my hands as I sit on the cool floor. If it don't pull me under, it can't hurt to wonder sometimes how long I've been a fool for. But since my mind drifts, I'd as soon wonder if light is brighter where the silver spins, or if the cloud that just flew was dust from her boots that traveled here from Galveston. You can wait and wonder why we don't get a second try. Well, I've been going back again, but but I ain't been to Galveston. When her hand reaches for me, I try to ignore it. The dark's an excuse good as any. And from memory, things that she said to me, I repeated and asked if she meant them. She eased my ear to her lips, whispered, "You've learned my tricks, hocus pocus and simsalabim." Then she rolled over gently, the whole room felt empty. She could have been in Galveston. You can wait and wonder why we don't get a second try. Well, I've been going and back again, but I ain't been to Galveston. Well, I've been going back again, but I ain't been to Galveston. Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks very much.
Let's hear it for Ian one more. No Time to Be Tender. It's awesome. I mean, yeah, I produced it, but it would have been great anyway.